It is 1 o'clock. We begin hour number 4 on this Wednesday. Thanks for tuning us in. Conrad, Molly, Landrum, I'm Pat with you until 2 o'clock. I want to thank everyone that joined us today guest-wise. Brian Edwards, Vegas Insider. Chris Stewart, voice of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Vince Ferrara from our sister station in Knoxville, Tennessee, previewing the third Saturday in October. Trey Wallace, you just heard from Outkick, talking some college football. The big story that is percolating in this part of the world, in the Southeastern Conference, is the future of Billy Napier. A report came out this morning from USA Today. The writer was Matt Hayes, and he is stating that the big boosters around the football program at the University of Florida, they have told Scott Strickland that they have seen enough, that if you want our continued support, Billy Napier needs to be shown the door. And all indications are that it might come as early as after the game against Mississippi State. Doesn't matter if he wins or loses, because keep in mind, Texas A&M fired Jimbo Fisher after a 51-10 win against Mississippi State, and Jimbo was fired. So I don't think it's predicated, Landrum, one way or another, whether he wins or loses, because if these big boosters, in which Matt Hayes from USA Today is reporting, they have pretty much given an ultimatum to Scott Strickland, and if you want their money, and you really need their money, not only to potentially pay off a buyout, but to pay players, you better keep them happy. That's the world we live in now in college football.
And there's no guarantee. Billy Napier, his name was up for other jobs. He had his pick, turned down some jobs because...
Well, keep in mind, he was up for the Auburn job, but don't you remember the Auburn situation? Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he have a lot of detailed wants and needs for him to take that job?
From what I understood at the time, yes. And that big staff that he brought with him, I don't think he was going to be able to bring
to Auburn
all of those staff members.
Right.
And there was something that got caught up. But Billy Napier's a great coach. I thought Billy Napier would get it done at Florida. Not national championship, but get Florida in the conversation where their fans are not talking about a 5-7 or a 6-6 every year. But there's no guarantee these days in college football. There's just not.
No, and I'm with you. I thought that Billy would have had more success than he ultimately did, and it's been rough for Florida in recent memory. It really has. I thought this was an interesting side note in the article that Matt Hayes wrote this morning. I don't know if y'all saw this, but it's reported in there that in this offseason, part of trying to convince the boosters that he was the right fit, he tried to go and hire Charlie Weiss Jr. from Ole Miss to come be his offensive coordinator so he didn't have to call the plays anymore, and Charlie Weiss Jr. turned him down.
Maybe because Lane Kiffin said, hey, just hold up about a year because you can go with me.
Well, Charlie Weiss Sr. called, if you remember, Charlie Weiss Sr., I believe, called plays for Will Muschamp when he was the head coach at Florida for one season. Check me on that.
I wonder what all, Let's see.
And he makes $1.65 million at Ole Miss.
If I'm not mistaken, going back to when Lane left Alabama, was it not essentially you can take one assistant with you, and his choice over everybody that he could have taken was Charlie Weiss Jr.? I feel like they have a connection that's gone back a long ways, and Lane Kiffin has been a big fan of his.
I can tell you that his wife, Charlie Weiss Jr.'s wife, is a figure skater.
What?
Oh, that's interesting. You're right, Landrum. In 2011, Charlie Weiss Sr. was the OC for the Florida Gators.
Yeah.
He's a University of Kansas graduate. Rock chalk. 32 years old. He was an offensive analyst at the University of Alabama.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. When Lane left Alabama, he took Charlie Weiss Jr. with him because he saw a very bright future, and clearly it's worked out well.
Yep. So
I'm trying to find betting lines. Is there a betting line? I cannot find one from our friends that bet on, because they'll have those specials, those college football specials.
Yeah.
You mean for if you can bet on Billy Napier to be fired?
I don't see any of those today. That's a bummer. Okay. Well,
I can tell you who's going to be the next coach of the Tennessee Titans.
wait, maybe this is it. Okay, who?
According to Las Vegas.
Who?
Matt Nagy.
Oh, no. Oh, man, if you're the oh, no.
Joe Brady's got the second best odds, next by Arthur Smith.
Oh, we got one.
Mike McCarthy is fourth best odds.
Hey, Frank.
What's the odds?
All right, betonline.ag has it. Next head coach fired. Leading the way, Luke Fickell.
Is number one on the list.
Whiskey. Yeah, plus 100.
And they got Ohio State this weekend. That is going to get messy.
Billy Napier comes in second at plus 250. Third, Billy B, Chapel Bill, plus 500. Mike Norvell of Florida State also at plus 500. Hugh Freeze next at plus 550. And then the Arizona coach, Brant Brennan, at plus 1,000. After that, Stoops to Kentucky, Satterfield, Braun Northwestern, Sweeney Clemson, and Dion at Colorado. All right. So you're not getting great value with Billy Napier right now.
I've already seen some people on Twitter.
Dabo Sweeney, you can make him.
Your favorite writer, Dan Wolken, because I know you subscribe to all Dan's. You got the newsletter, right? The Dan Wolken newsletter.
I'm a fan of Wetzel. I'm a fan of that.
No, you're getting them confused.
Yeah, it's not the name that I won't say that name anymore. Should never ever be credentialed to anything. Anything.
The man hates college football.
That surrounds college No, just college athletics.
Oh, just athletics in general.
No,
I agree.
Well, he didn't want to play during COVID, right?
Oh no!
Oh no! And then he complained about the product once he saw it. Never forget, we finally get football. Austin P, Central Arkansas, Montgomery. We get football. Everybody's just starving for it. Here comes this jackwad texting. Oh, the football is so bad. Get me started. Now Wetzel's I really like Wetzel. He came on with some news that had.
Yeah, I reached out to him. He broke the story about the. It was the. What the heck was it, Molly?
So it was that guy. It was Mandel. 40 an hour back, I think, that I put on my list during that time that pinned it. Well, it's just.
What was that's going to bother me? What was it? I mean, it was breaking news. Like I reached out to him immediately, and we had him on.
Yeah.
Was it something about expansion? I know it was. Oh gosh, that's going to bother me.
I have no idea.
We've broken a lot of news on the show.
I know,
I
but
can't remember. But it was like special breaking news.
Yeah. Wow.
Maybe I'll Google it.
Yeah, Google. So 3 man front.
When was he on our
it?
show?
It was Dan.
What were we talking about? We can search audio files. It would have been 2 years ago?
Sounds about right.
I'll have it by Friday.
No, I won't have it before then.
You're gonna have Dan Wolken on the show on Friday?
No, I would just find out why he was on by Friday.
I'm gonna keep looking.
Okay, you keep looking.
He's the one that's a collector, right?
Who, Wetzel?
No, the other one, Wolken.
What kind of collector?
I'll
Dumpster?
No. I'll tell you in the break.
Oh.
If he's who I think that's the right person.
Okay. Text line is open. 205-834-9450. Ole Miss grad here. If we have 2 losses going in the Egg Bowl for a playoff spot, we will lose, no doubt about it. See, your Ole Miss brethren, they know. They think that you guys are cursed.
Okay.
Truly love and respect the show. Great job by all. Thank you, Kelly C. What would be your assessment if you swapped the head coach and both coordinators with Alabama and Auburn prior to spring practice going into this year? Well, given what we know now, I think Auburn fans would take Ryan Grubb and Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah, he's the collector.
Yeah, sorry, Dan. That's
I'm not sure
wrong
Ty
person.
Simpson would thrive in this whatever offense they're running at Auburn right now.
I can tell you of all the people that we've just mentioned in that little diatribe of the 3, that Dan Wetzel's a great guy.
Yeah.
Very, very personable.
Yeah.
Just really a cool guy. I can't say that about the other two. I'm talking about Darren Ravel, Karen Ravel.
Oh, yeah.
He was just as bad as Woken.
Oh, yeah. He was on the list, too.
He's on the Landrum list.
I might have had somebody on the list that shouldn't have been there. But, no, I think I was right with those names,
no,
right?
no, you were right.
Okay.
You're right.
All right.
No, I mean, Nicole Auerbach fell right in line with everybody else in the Big Ten world. That's when, even before Molly came south and joined us, we were all about Nebraska because we love the fact that Nebraska told the Big Ten to screw off. We want to play football.
That's right.
Even if we want to go and play in another conference, we want to play football. Major kudos for them standing up to the Big Ten.
Our buddy Behem Dog, who's a big Georgia fan, it's a serious question. Is Pat an Ole Miss fan? Yes.
No, I'm not an Ole Miss fan.
He is diehard.
No, I'm not.
He grew up, Vaught Hemingway. When
No, I did
Billy
not.
Brewer was a coach, and Pat used to be one of those fellas that carried the Cokes around and would serve the patrons.
Would you like to tell everybody the truth now?
Yes, he's not an Ole Miss fan.
There you go.
He does have an affinity for Ole Miss.
Absolutely. My sister went to Ole Miss. I've got almost every single member of one side of my family went to Ole Miss because they're all Mississippians. So,
Sounds like an Ole Miss fan to me.
I agree.
He's not an Ole Miss fan. When's the last time you went to the Grove?
okay, well, let's do this little test then. Molly's brother went to Iowa. Are you a Hawkeye fan?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Your brother lives in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Are you a Michigan fan?
No.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
Pat never gets salty, remember?
He took exception to you
Yeah, I know.
to painting him in that corner.
Oh, I know. He doesn't like it when the tables are turned.
No.
Just wait till Pat ponders today.
Ole Miss Ole Miss used to be that program that if Pat was a fan, then it was not offensive to anybody. Everybody's like, "Oh, okay, well that's sweet, that's
Yeah.
cute." But now that Ole Miss is actually good, takes on a
That's why I
whole
chose to be an
different tone.
Alabama fan. And look, now I'm the target for everything.
You are.
They were just flying under the radar all those years.
You're an easy target. Georgia, 7.5-point favorite over Ole Miss this weekend. Hootie tootie.
Are you giving us a little preview of?
That's a savory.
As soon as I sent you guys the Bet It or Forget It list for this week,
Yeah.
Conrad was very quick to me and point out, "Ooh, these are tough." I gave you 5 SEC games.
I mean, we've talked about it, and I think it was Danny Cannell that brought it up the other week. But I mean, it really is crazy if you look at Bet It or Forget It from this year versus last year. Every game in the SEC is 8 points at most, and the point spread a lot of times. Like, it's crazy. It's tough.
That's parity.
mm-hmm. NFL light. That's what it is.
Start having the mindset with these coaches, though. You're paying millions of dollars to. And keep it in mind on the front end. If Jimmy Sexton will allow you to do it, don't have these huge buyouts.
So, do you subscribe to what Brian Edwards from Vegas Insider told us in hour number 1? He's a huge Florida fan. If you missed that interview, you can always download the 3 Man Front podcast where he said, "You know what? I'll take James Franklin. I'd rather be 10-2 and griping about not winning the big game than sitting here at 5-6 wins a season."
Yeah, easy to say that you're going to get the 10-2 from that you had at Penn State, but you're playing it. But yes, if you were guaranteed that, but then eventually 10-2,
It's not going to be good enough.
it gets old.
Yeah.
And they had 12 years of it at Penn State.
Jim McElwain made it to the SEC championship game.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't enough for Florida fans.
A couple of times, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
What enough? Dan Mullen.
got boat raced.
I mean, Mullen, that 2020 season, that was that they might have been the second best team in the country. They were the
almost beat
closest.
Alabama.
They were the closest to knocking off Alabama.
James Franklin went to the college football playoff last year and actually won a game and just got
won
fired.
multiple games. Crazy.
Yeah, don't forget about, you forgot about SMU.
Oh, no,
We-
they beat that.
no, I know, but I'm saying-
how bad SMU was.
Well, no, I'm just saying because they won multiple games because we didn't even think SMU was.
Oh yeah, like it's
that
Oh, yeah.
wasn't even a game.
Well, they threw it to Penn State 4 straight times to start the game
Yeah.
for scores.
well,
Seemed
Jalen
like
Milrow
that.
probably would have done the same thing. To be fair,
Okay. We will continue on.
And somehow Jalen Milrow
It always circles back to
He
Jalen
comes
Milrow.
back in there.
It's like Kevin Bacon, the 6 degrees of Jalen
Hey,
Milrow.
poor Jalen Milrow. He's just trying to go through practice today.
Yeah, he's just trying to be a third-string quarterback in the NFL.
That
Holding
guy.
a clipboard. That's all he wants.
Hey, they said more snaps are coming for him.
Do you notice Conrad this year has gone after Arch Manning, quarterback, Jackson Arnold, quarterback, and now he's taking shots at Jalen Milrow, quarterback.
I'm a Bray Hubbard guy now, boys. We don't like those quarterbacks.
That was a really good tackle on the goal
Yeah.
line last week in Columbia.
Did you go collect his jock strap from the 5-yard line?
My gosh, that was bad.
Good night.
I bet you.
That was bad.
I bet you Paige told you do not wear that jersey again if he can't tackle.
That's one of those that you go back in film session, and because you won the game, the coach,
Oh yeah, it's
he
on.
will hit rewind and play 10 times, and everybody in that group will go, "Oh!"
That was bad.
over and over and over
Yep.
again.
He almost broke his ankle. Know which way to go.
Yeah, he did.
But you know what? He got to take away that game.
That's right.
That's right.
He's athletic.
Short memory.
At least the guy's athletic that you're wearing the jersey of.
That's right.
Yeah, unlike Tua.
Yeah.
He's trying.
More three-man front on this Wednesday. 1-800-239-WJOX, 205-834-9450.
120 here on Three Man Front. It's been a busy show. Brian Edwards, our Vegas insider, Chris Stewart, voice of the Crimson Tide, Vince Ferrara from Rocky Top, and Trey Wallace. All of that available at the Three Man Front podcast at jocksfm.com. While we were in the commercial break, a text rolled in. I just wanted to get to it real quick. Pat thought it was worth reading. And it says, you are a target lug nuts because you're a weenie.
Of all the text we got, that was the one that was worth.
You said you got to read it.
Worth reading on.
Hey, Jonathan goes, he's going to lean into this. Hey, Pat, at what age did you become such a diehard Ole Miss fan?
Some tells me Pat was just born that way.
Well, I was born in Tupelo,
The evidence is not stacking up in Pat's favor.
but I left Tupelo when I was 3 years old. I haven't lived in the state of Mississippi since.
Conrad always takes shots at Milroe, but never mentions his precious Tua fumbling for a for sure touchdown against LSU in 2019 in a game Bama lost by 5 points. Let's not talk about his guy, number 18, who can't tackle.
Well, why would I say anything bad about Tua?
I contend that if
brand.
he had not fumbled that ball, because after that Alabama was playing catch up.
Yeah.
The rest of the game.
The final score is not indicative of how that game ended. Yeah.
Well, Alabama did make it close. Then there wasn't a failed onside kick.
Yeah.
By the way, LSU's wearing their icy whites against Vandy this weekend.
Ooh.
White lids, white jerseys, white pants. Ole Miss is going with the powder blue jersey against the Georgia Bullpups. Is Alabama wearing their black helmet for third Saturday in October?
Cat's out of the bag now, I guess. Thanks, Pat. Yeah.
Jim from SoCal says that Tennessee hate clip that we played never gets old. So classic. I do enjoy it. I look forward to Alabama Tennessee week just for that every year.
One, I like that the first 5 seconds of it, you don't know if you're getting the actual Rocky Top or if you're getting the parody version. It's great.
The only thing I'm not going to hear or not going to enjoy about the game this weekend is having to hear Tennessee's band play Rocky Top 80 times. It'll be more than that. I think I counted 100 times in the game that I went to. Over 100. It's nonstop.
So, Molly, we asked the poll question today about fight songs. Which is the more annoying?
This is such a Pat question. Give you 4 options. Texas Fight, which is the Texas fight song. Glory, Glory from Georgia. Rocky Top from Tennessee, or Boomer Sooner from OU. And to no one's surprise, Rocky Top is winning with almost 70% of the voters.
Rocky
Wow, I
Top,
thought it might
though,
be 90%.
But
honestly.
if you polled our listeners, Rocky Top would be 95% of our listeners could either hum it or they could sing the song. Where
Fair.
I'm not sure I could do it to Boomer Sooner.
I mean, Conrad should being able to sit there and how many times did they play it as they beat Alabama?
That would have been 4 times, I believe.
I'm sure they played it more than that.
I blacked out at some point.
Lewis from Homewood or Luis. Officials need to be looked at for potentially betting on games, fixing games. That'd be a scandal.
I believe all officials in the SEC go through an extensive background check. I used to know General Dick Burleson, who was a longtime SEC official. He used to come on Feinbaum all the time, and we used to have him in studio. I actually went to high school with his daughter, wonderful young lady. He went on and on about all the things, and this was years ago, to make sure that everything, the integrity of the officiating. So I do not think that is an issue whatsoever. You might not like their calls, but I do not think that is going on in this conference or any other.
Speaking of annoying stadium sounds, do you think Georgia is still going to play that sound from the movie All Quiet on the Western Front after second downs on defense? It was really annoying during the Bama game. I don't know if they have a rotation or if that's something that's a mainstay every weekend.
I bet they will continue to do that.
Colonel Reb in Oxford. Can Pat rate the 4 Ole Miss jerseys in order from his favorite to least?
Yeah, powder blue is number 1. That's for sure.
By damn.
That's number 1. Number 2, I go with the navy.
You don't like the red?
3, I go red. 4 would be the white. Back in the old days, they would come out in one half, they would wear one color, then at halftime they would switch to the red. Like they were wearing navy in the first half, they would switch to the red in the second half.
Remember the silver that they did under Houston Nutt? Wasn't it when Masoli was the quarterback?
Remember that? Yeah.
It's like a silver gray. Yeah. What is Pat's favorite Ole Miss mascot?
It's definitely not the bear. I like the land shark. He's pretty cool.
And Jason from Hayden, who's going to win the national championship this year?
If I am a betting man right now, I would probably go put my money on Ohio State.
Even though they're not playing another top 25 opponent the rest of their schedule?
They are one of the few teams that I don't need to really see that.
I mean, neither is anybody else in the Big Ten.
No, they're
not.
not.
Side goes.
But
and given last year, they turned it on pretty good for the college football playoff.
I think they're going to be just fine. Yeah. Yep. They're good.
Uncle Jerry from Hayden, I don't hate Tennessee as much as the Barners, but it's close. RTR, the number 4, life. Football emoji. Roll the Hillbillies. Okay. Tate, not a football question. Would you guys buy a German Shepherd pup for $1,300 that comes with a limited registration, meaning it can't be bred? You can breed him, but the puppies won't be as valuable. A little help since you guys are dog people. Thanks.
That seems like a lot for a German Shepherd. And I love German Shepherds. I had one growing up. That seems like a lot for that breed of dog. Unless it's like a champion bloodline or,
If it's going to be a problem and you're planning on breeding, I don't know what a full registration looks like or what the cost difference would be, but I would spring for the full registration if that's what you're planning on doing.
I agree with that. I'll just say this. When I got my dog 3 years ago, we were looking at different breeds. I knew that I wanted an Australian Shepherd, which is what we have. Those were more expensive at the time than German Shepherds, and I got my dog for $500. So I would say look around, and if you really want a German Shepherd, I would think you could find one for less than that.
Great dogs.
Great dogs. Fantastic.
My grandfather had German Shepherds. Super good dogs. Keep the text rolling in 205-834-9450. It's Wednesday. That means a very special, well-written edition of Pat Ponders. We'll do it next.
132 back on Jocks, three-man front. Each and every day I come up with questions. The gang's got answers. It's brought to you by Courtesy GMC and Trustful. It's called Pat Ponders.
I want to know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind.
It's time for Pat Ponders.
Brought to you by Courtesy GMC and Trustful. Get by and see them. 9 acres of inventory off of I-459, exit 32, right next to Lowe's. They're on Edwards Lake Road. Can't miss it. Inventory's through the roof. Greatest deals you're going to find anywhere in the Southeast on a brand new GMC. And don't forget about the Courtesy GMC 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty on every new GMC that you're going to purchase there at Courtesy GMC. Pre-owned inventory, also top of the line you're going to find anywhere in Central Alabama. Service department, just awards left and right. Great people to deal with. Courtesy GMC and Trustful, right off of I-459, exit 32. CourtesyBirmingham.com is the website. Question number 1. Yesterday, we asked the audience in our poll question, what job would Hugh Freeze have next year? And the listeners to the show said being the head coach at Auburn would be the number one choice in this scientific poll. 32% of our audience said that he would continue on as the head coach next year, followed by being a golf pro at a local club at 26%, SEC network host at 24%, and a TV evangelist was at 19%. So I'll ask y'all, what job in 2026 will Hugh Freeze have? It doesn't have to be those 4 that we gave options to the audience, but what job do you think he'll have next year?
I want to go with something that is not on the board. So I will go, just for fun, he returns to Liberty.
Okay.
See, I was going that way, but I was going like ski lift operator at Liberty because, you know, they have that nice free ski experience for all of their students. Seriously, my answer, I would expect, based on the way it's going, I do not think he'll be back at Auburn next year, but I don't think he'll be on the SEC network. I think you might see him do some sort of television work, but I don't think he would be directly affiliated with the SEC network.
You said golf pro, but does he start, because he's got plenty of money, does he start training, get with a couple of golf coaches and start training for the Champions Tour?
Why not? If you got the time, you got the money.
I mean, apparently, yeah, he's a good golfer. Why wouldn't you? That's the dream right there, right? You get paid $16 million to go away, and you get to go and live your dreams as maybe a pro-am golfer.
Yeah.
Like,
So
sign
hard.
me up for
It's
that.
still so hard to do. He would have to shave so many strokes, and he's a good golfer.
My guess is nothing.
Just stay at home.
Just stay at home. Maybe not be a pro golfer, but he'll golf a lot.
He have grandkids, doesn't he? Or does he? I don't know
Family
that.
time, you know.
What if we find out he's really into, like, making his own pasta at home?
See, and we might find that
Some
out.
sort of hobby like that.
I could see him as a professional fisherman,
Fisherman?
like on the FLW tour.
Okay. Well, 32% of our audience yesterday said that he would be the head football coach at Auburn.
Yeah, that would be my other option.
Okay. Question number 2. 6 games into the season, we do ask this question annually, so we're going to go ahead and get it out of the way now. If Alabama and Auburn switch starting quarterbacks, Jackson Arnold to Tuscaloosa and quarterback that Alabama roster, and Ty Simpson head down to the Plains, quarterback of that roster, what would be the records of Alabama and Auburn?
I'm going to say that Ty Simpson on that double move to Cam Coleman in the Oklahoma game, he hits Coleman. He doesn't overthrow him like Jackson Arnold does. So even with the bad officiating in that game, Auburn gets a win because that totally changes that game.
So they're 4-2 instead of 3-3?
Yeah, because based on what I saw against Texas A&M, Ty Simpson's not going to help there. And based on what I saw against Georgia in the second half, Ty Simpson's not going to help there. So 4-2.
All right. What about Alabama with Jackson Arnold?
They're 2-4. They're not winning any of those last 3 games with Jackson Arnold.
No.
They're not winning any of those three. I mean, there's probably not a lot of quarterbacks in the country that they win those games with if it's not Ty Simpson.
Okay, so if Bama's 2-4, what's your opinion on Ty Simpson at Auburn? Same as
4.
Langem's?
Yeah, I
4-2?
think he'd be worth one win because they have been close games, right?
Who
You
is
could
a
bank on him
quarterback?
making a couple
Okay,
throws.
who is a quarterback that Alabama would have an identical record of what they have now if he replaced Ty Simpson?
Besides Arch Manning.
Would it be Nussmeier?
Well,
No. You're going to say
obviously-
Noah Nussmeier, right?
Obviously, Arch Manning.
Marcel Reed,
No.
John Mateer.
Gunnar Stockton,
See, I was thinking, I mean,
Lenore Sellers.
Mendoza. No, I don't know with Sellers.
Diego Pavia,
Honestly, maybe.
Trinidad Chambliss,
See, that one's just hard because the style's just so different.
Sawyer Robertson,
They'd be really good with Sawyer Robertson, probably.
Levitt when healthy.
No.
Nico,
Joey.
Penn State, Nico. Yeah, sure.
Zach Calzada.
Joey, they'd be putting up some big numbers, huh?
Calzada.
TJ Finley.
What's the other guy? Bowling?
Hank Brown at Iowa.
Dylan Raiola.
I mean, I'm serious right now. With
Robbie Ashford, Wake.
Before John Mateer got injured, I probably would have thrown him in there. But right now, the only other quarterback I would probably look at and go, oh, yeah, they'd be in the same spot. I'd say Mendoza and Carson Beck based on what we've seen this year.
Deuce Knight.
No.
So what do you think, Molly? What's the records?
I think 2-4. I think you get 2 wins there.
For
But then,
Bama?
yeah, but then I think you only get one more win on Auburn. So 4-2.
Okay. All right. Question number 3. Which would you like to see Caden Proctor do next on the football field?
Cartwheel.
Catch a TD pass, throw a pass, kick a field goal.
You know, I'm pulling for the double pass.
Kick a field goal.
Field goal all day.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Could it be any worse than what you're kicking now?
Absolutely not.
Or he could throw a touchdown pass to Ty Simpson.
That's what I'm
And then
saying.
he kicks
double
the
pass.
extra
And then he
point.
kicks the extra point. You get both.
Or
Yes.
fake field goal.
Oh,
Snap
that's
it to
even
Proctor,
better.
and then he throws
What
it.
if
for a
they did
touchdown.
let him kick and he just blew everybody away?
And
Because
he kicks it straight on,
no, he doesn't kick it. No, he goes soccer style.
barefooted.
Yeah.
Give me the field goal. That'd be awesome.
So let's say they're up over Tennessee 50-6 on Saturday night.
With a guy like that, that exit velo off that foot
That's what I'm saying.
Do you let him
kill
kick a
somebody
field
in
goal?
the
No,
end
they
zone.
wouldn't because that would be disrespectful, but it would be
No, do
awesome.
do it.
Oh, but you're going to smoke cigars in the stadium after you beat somebody?
It's
That's not
tradition,
disrespect?
Pat. It's
You
tradition.
play along at the end.
That's all it is. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming out. See you next year, maybe. Thanks for coming out. See you next year, maybe.
Oh, we want to keep it classy.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm all about class legends.
I know you
that.
are.
You
I
know
know you
that.
are.
Come on.
From 2000, fans despised Nick Saban. So how do you feel the two fan bases currently feel about the rivalry the third Saturday in October?
I think Tennessee probably feels pretty good about it, honestly. You've won 2 out of the last 3. And whenever it is, whether it's this Saturday or in a couple years or whenever, they do get another win in Bryant-Denny. I think they'll feel really good about it. And I think Alabama is,
It feels like a rivalry again.
yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say, that's my takeaway is yes, it was nice to beat Tennessee every year and have pretty much a guaranteed W, but I like that it's a good competitive rivalry again. I like it.
More competitive, more fun.
On both sides?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you consider it like more fun now since you lost 2 out of the last 3?
Yeah, I like that it's more competitive. Yeah. Now, did I like losing?
I
No.
don't believe that.
Yeah.
I don't believe that in a bit.
More competitive.
Whatever.
You like white knuckling a game?
I have a little integrity.
You weren't on a broadcast with him a couple years ago. I was doing a UAB game.
Oh, is he running it? You're listening to him.
I will never unhear I said, you better go to church.
Then we get the report from the tech. You didn't.
Mouth.
As I said, I'm all about class.
Yeah. All right, final question of the day comes. What do you traditionally order in 3 restaurant?
Depends on which day. If they got a good beef tips and rice, I'll go with that. Definitely probably going to do some macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
Probably some black-eyed peas. Maybe some fried okra.
Oh, if I go meat and 3, I'm gonna be honest with you.
You're not getting any vegetables, are you?
I am a full piece of crap if I go to a meat and 3. I am getting fried chicken, beef tips or something like that is nice sometimes, but yeah, fried chicken, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, maybe double mac and cheese, something like that, depending on how hungry I am. Yeah, I'm going full. I'm gonna feel awful later, but I'm gonna enjoy it in the moment.
Definitely fried chicken. And my all-time favorite food is fried okra. I eat it like candy. So definitely fried okra, corn, and mac and cheese.
Very nice.
I'm putting together Halloween bags for everybody on the show, so you're just going to get some soggy fried okra.
And I'm totally fine with that. I love fried okra.
What
know what's
would
really
you
good?
order at a meat and 3?
Hamburger steak with gravy, probably some rice.
Hamburger steak's good. Country fried steak. If I do it, I'm going to do it at a meat and 3.
cornbread.
Yeah, it just depends. If it's sweet cornbread, nope. You can take
Plus,
that.
they have to have the good cornbread.
Take that somewhere else. No sweet cornbread. Nope. If I wanted pound cake, I would order pound cake. Well, you got to put all that sugar in my cornbread.
Wow. See, I feel that way with some places.
See, I get triggered with sweet cornbread.
See, some places, and I'm just not a fan of onions, but they'll put onions in either the black-eyed peas or the
Oh,
purple
okay.
whole peas.
I love onions.
I don't. Like, why would you ruin my peas?
If
doing
they
that?
have fresh sliced tomatoes and onions, like some of the meat and 3s, you can put on the side. I'll get those too.
See, I don't like tomato.
So are you weird like me? Because I'm the kind, and I know
Nobody's
we're both,
as weird as you.
No.
No, that's true. But I know we're both a little, I guess, on the pickier side with things when we eat. So, like, I don't like onions, right? But if onions are in something and I don't know it, I'll enjoy it.
No, not me. Mm-mm.
But if I know they're in there, I'm immediately mentally like, I don't know about this.
I'm with onions like Molly is with pickles.
Oh, that's like your least
Really?
favorite.
That bad?
Yeah, I'm not
Really?
an onion person
Wow.
at all.
Onion rings.
No.
No.
Oh, see, I love onion rings.
Oh, yeah, they're so good.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Nope.
I like onion rings and a good remoulade sauce.
Now we're talking.
No. So I'm with onions like she is pickles.
Okay.
You just bring up pickles and she starts dry heaving in the studio.
This is true.
Pickles? I knew you didn't like them, but that'll make you dry
I
heave?
despise them.
Yes. She's
Despise them.
Hmm.
It's the smell. Ugh, I can't stand it.
Smell of the brine?
Yeah, it's just, I think it's awful.
I love a good Clausen pickle.
Ugh.
That's what I've heard. All right, that's today's Pat Ponders, brought to you by Courtesy GMC and Trustful, courtesybirmingham.com. More 3-man front on this Wednesday. This is Jocks.
153 man front on this Wednesday. College football tonight, Jacksonville State. You also have professional baseball still going on. Anything can happen, but it is beginning to look like we're going to get a West Coast series with Seattle and the Dodgers, but you do have some other games or other games to be played and yet to be decided. Anything can happen, but Dodgers look really, really good. Like they turned it on. They're doing their best Conrad, Ohio State college football playoff impersonation.
That's a good way to put it, yes.
Our friends at Prize Picks, they're here for you. That is your daily place to win fantasy, and it's so much fun, whether it's football at the collegiate ranks, professional football, professional baseball, all kinds of sports. You can find it there. You get player stat projections, at least 2, but you can go all the way up to 6. If you get 2 right, you are a winner. We will go professional baseball playoffs tonight. Seattle taking on Toronto.
And we're going to listen to me today because we listened to Pat yesterday.
I know.
And we would have won if we listened to me.
I have to include him sometimes.
I know. I'm sorry.
He gets offended.
He gets salty.
If it's baseball, he gets salty.
I know.
Cal Raleigh. How many singles? 0.5, more or less. Does he have a single?
Oh, it has to be a single?
Has to be a single.
Oh. I would probably go less.
All right, we're going less on that. George Springer, hits, runs batted in, 1.5. So any combination of those going more than 1.5 or less than 1.5.
More for Springer. He's been fantastic this year.
All right, so we're going less Cal Raleigh. He does not get a single. He might have a double. He might have a triple. He might go yard.
Probably have a home run, yeah.
But no singles. So we're going less on that. We're going more on George Springer, 1.5. We hit both of those. We're a winner. You can be a winner too. Join millions of users. Sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. You download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WJOX. Get $50 in lineups after that first $5 lineup. That's code WJOX to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It is good to be right.
All right, so tonight you've got Delaware at Jacksonville State. That's a 6 o'clock kickoff on ESPN. Jacksonville State 3-3 on the season. 2-0 in Conference USA. The Delaware Blue Hens, this is their first year as an FBS school, first year in Conference USA. They're 3-2, 1-1 in league play. And then the game that I know all of our listeners will be watching intently tonight on the CBS Sports Network, 6 o'clock kickoff, Sam Houston hosting UTEP. Why is this game so important? Both teams are winless in Conference USA. Collectively, the two teams are 1-11. So you know this is going to be a very special night. UTEP is a 2.5-point favorite. Over-under is 47.5.
Yep.
That will be a brutal watch.
You're going to watch it, though. That's one of those games that's so bad, Pat will watch.
It will probably be on one of my screens because Delaware and Jacksonville State will have my attention.
And then you have baseball you can watch later and that kind of.
Yes. I tell you what, I'm really pulling for the Seattle Mariners because the Mariners are the only franchise in Major League Baseball that has never made it to the World Series, and they're 2 wins away from doing that. I think that would be really, really cool because they've had some really great teams in the past, and they have not been able to get over the hump. So see if they can close out the Canadians and get a win, and Seattle goes to the World Series.
Yeah, I have a buddy. We were out, me and some of my friends were out having dinner on Monday night, and he is from Seattle. And, I mean, just that game, it was only game 2, but it was obviously big for them to go up 2-0. But just watching his excitement as that game ended, like, you would have thought they had just won the World Series. He's like, I don't know how to explain. I have never felt like this before. Like, it's just very cool to get to see someone like that experience a World Series, something that some people take for granted, and it's the first time he's ever gotten to experience.
Well, Landrum and I remember the old Kingdome days, and man, they were very special when they had Buhner, when they had Martinez, obviously Griffey Jr., Randy Johnson.
They have the record for most wins in a season, right?
Yep, and then of course A-Rod. I mean, it was a very, very special franchise, and they just never ever could get over the hump all those years. But they're 2 games away. So tonight, That is a 7:08 first pitch FS1 Blue Jays Mariners.
We're one sleep away from a busy show. Coming up tomorrow, Rodney Orr, Rob Pate breaking down Auburn, Alabama, respectively, and the Southern gentleman, Brett Norsworthy. Woo! His I Ain't Scared Bowl prediction, and he breaks down Ole Miss and Georgia. God is great.